A one-shot thought, maybe? I saw a video yesterday, or while I was listening to it while I was at work. Um, a couple of DID systems, a podcast they do, and they were talking about disabilities and how chronic disabilities and how it affects their life, and that had me thinking. And then, like literally just now, I was reading something about a disability and how it like makes you stronger and all that stuff, and all of that. Before I lose the thought, I turn the camera on, see if I already lost it while explaining all that. Disabilities and stuff like that, um, it really, really, really irks me how fast the balance tilts way too far in one direction or the other when it comes to disabilities, especially hidden ones. I don't have some of those more well known whatever, but I do have a constant problem with fatigue. And I have hidden disabilities, physical ones. I do. And I also have mental ones because I have ADHD and etc. These things are debilitating. They do affect my life heavily. All of them do. I mean, I got to sit around at home for a while, um, and like my mood tracker, I was in such a good mood. I was like happy. I was relaxed. I was rested. I was good. And then I had to go back to work, and the very day I had to go back to work, ever since then, I've been tired again. Physical work like that tires me out fast. And it's the mental aspect of it too, going to work and everything that we have to deal with at work right now because of whatnot, etc. All of that is a mental stress. And it's like I wrote in my journal, it's a hidden stress, something that physically we can see stuff as a result of it, but the root of it is a mental hidden thing that I can do nothing about, and it's just hanging over my head, making work so mentally stressful. And it wouldn't usually be that stressful, but it's that stressful because of this hidden thing I can't do anything about, and that makes it 50 million times worse. But all that to say, like most of my life, especially once I started getting issues, physical issues and mental issues and whatnot, were more obvious and all of that, and it was making it harder to do stuff. One of the things that irks me the most is when people look at me and they see that I'm young, or they assume that I'm young, because once again, people never get my age right anymore. But when I was young too, like when I was in my early to mid 20s, and people would look at me and assume constantly, they'd say, "You're young, you'll remember," or "You're young, you can do it." Oh, that is such a damaging statement to say. It's not fair. And like that's it goes on one end of the scale, and what I was just reading was talking about when people go on the other end of the scale where they play the victim card. If you have a disability, how quick and easy it is for you to slide into that victim card of, I can't do it because I have a disability, so like just deal, you do it, you can't expect me to do it because I haven't, and all that stuff. And that's slipping into the other side. And that's the thing. And it's so actually unfair how people assume that they know what I can and can't handle, and then I get frustrated that they're assuming, and I push back too far. That's how easy and quick it is to go back and forth on one end of the scale or the other. And it's not like I want to play the victim card all the time and have everyone else do everything for me, because poor me, I can't handle it. You just have to I'm just going to have to give up my job and never work because I can't do it. Well, for one thing, it's not that extreme. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to put it all the way to one end of the scale and say I can't do anything and you're just going to have to do it for me because I just can't do it. And I don't want it to go all the way to the other end either, where people are like, you totally can do it because you're totally young and I don't believe you that you have this much of an issue and stuff. And like, I feel like I have to push it more in their face. I mean, like, I feel like I have to constantly bring it up to remind them that I have issues. And then it feels like I'm playing the victim card when I'm not. I'm just like reminding them again and again and again and again that I do have these issues, because even when they say they understand, they actually don't. And I can tell they don't. They actually don't believe me at all. Or even if they believe me, they don't really understand. They don't understand what I mean when I say that I have these issues. Like, when I say I can't breathe, what do I actually mean when I say I can't breathe? It turns out it's not actually what people think. It's not the typical issue, because it's not my lungs that are the issue. When I say I can't breathe, it's not because my lungs are bad. As far as I can tell, I actually have pretty strong lungs, which is actually incredible considering when I was younger I did have lung breathing issues a few times. I think I did have a bit of a asthma problem, and sometimes I still wheeze, and it is my lungs, and I can tell it's my lungs. But overall, it's actually not my lungs that are the issue when I say I can't breathe. But, or at least not the biggest issue. I don't know, where am I going with this? It's just the whole, it's the fact that people don't understand and how frustrating it is when I actually have to work harder than normal people. It's a true fact that I have to work harder in order to stay at the same level as normal people because of my physical and or mental disabilities, disorders, whatever. I have to work harder in order to stay at the same level. And yet, if I remind people of that, suddenly I'm playing a victim card or feeling sorry for myself or like looking for sympathy or something. And it's like, why? How is that fair? How is any of that fair? I'm on a different scale. I don't work the same as other people. Why am I not allowed to just be on that different scale? Why do people without disabilities get to dictate what the standard is for people with disabilities? Why? It's not fair. It's just not fair. And there's a really short, quick, one-shot thought on that. I don't even, because I'm supposed to be going to get Vicky from work, so bye.